2 years ago today, I pitched the Sharks and everything was going well. We'd had our first profitable quarter. We were getting huge POs and really nothing had gone wrong yet. My ego was so inflated, and now I say that poor girl knew nothing. I've had everything that could go wrong just keeps going wrong. It was like baptism by fire. I'm the oldest of 4 kids, and we grew up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I think socializing for me has always been tied to drinking alcohol, and I did that until I was 43. I always wanted to save the world in some way. My parents actually told me that I should be a politician because I was always advocating for something. December 2020, I remember I moved to Detroit alone. I was so confused. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I felt like I had no identity. It was COVID, I was living alone, I was drinking a lot, I was so confused. Everything was just so dark all the time, and I felt pretty alone. I was like, this is not healthy or sustainable. In January 2021, that was the first dry January that I actually made it, the 31 days. And it was because I felt like I drank a swimming pool in 2020, and I was like, I gotta clean myself out. I'm really witchy and I'm good with adaptogens. And I was already having mushrooms in my coffee and doing this really good adaptogen stack. And Little Saints means mushrooms. At that time, there was no one using functional mushrooms in their nighttime beverages. Everything was full of sugar. And then nothing had a smell. When there's no smell to drinks, there's not the same emotional connection. So that's when I decided to start Little Saints, because I was like, I think I can be helpful here. I would really like something that was 0 sugar, had a great nose to it, and had a really good functional mushroom. And that's how it started. I had that baby mint vending trailer, and I took it all around Detroit, and I would sample, and I would see who would come up to the trailer, and I would tell the story thousands of times. I did 50 events that year in person, and I sampled in front of thousands of people that summer. There's nothing better than talking face to face to someone when you have a product to see what they think of it. It also really helped me with the way I talked about things. I was way too much gobbledygook. Terpenes and adaptogens and plants. People are like, is this drugs? What people want is something really close to the ritual that they already enjoy. After I had done that first dry January, I was drinking alcohol. Be having all these conversations all day long about how alcohol wasn't making us feel that great. And then I would go home and hilariously, I would use these as mixers. I just felt very conflicted about it because I was like, well, what do I stand for here? I can't even go home and relax without alcohol. And I was like, I don't want this anymore. I don't want alcohol to control my brain. I don't like how I feel when I drink it, and I'm just gonna see how I feel without it. I felt really great after that sober October, and I was like, gosh, if I can make it through December, I would be like a warrior. And then dry January, after you haven't had alcohol for 3 to 4 months, you just stop craving it and your body starts feeling amazing. So then after I got through that 4th month, I was like, oh, this is amazing, I'm gonna quit. But I didn't set out to quit. I don't think I would have succeeded had I set out to quit forever. Hello, Sharks. I'm Klein from Miami, Florida.
Yeah.
I'm seeking $500,000 for 5% of my company, Little Saints. 2 years ago today, I pitched the Sharks. I got an email one day. They chose me to be on the show, and I did the whole thing. I memorized my pitch. I flew to LA. They just fire questions at you very quickly, and so all I really had time to do was be reactive. I got 3 offers, and the best offer I got was 1 times my trailing 12 months revenue, which is not market. So it was easy for me to turn those down, especially because it wasn't from the shark that I wanted, which was, of course, Mark Cuban. He, started running Shark Tank ads, and we got a lot of publicity, and it was right before the holidays. That November, December, January, we were just cranking it. We did $2 million on our website in January 2025 alone. Really nothing had gone wrong yet. My ego was so inflated, and now I'm like, oh my God, I say that poor girl knew nothing. Of course, after Shark Tank, you're gonna have a dip. You can't turn the marketing machine off, and we don't have the Shark Tank momentum anymore. Now, everything that could go wrong just keeps going wrong recently. This week I found out that one of our vendors is going bankrupt and they owe us $200,000. And so I'm fucking pissed. I'm in a really bad mood, and I just have to figure out how to get out of that bad mood, or else that's gonna permeate through my team. And so I think what I've learned is really easy to lead when things are going well, but you become a good leader when things aren't going that well. It's been a really intense spiritual practice of learning how to manage my emotions, keeping the light in me even when things are really hard. part of the blessing of things being harder this year is that I've had to ask for help and really have a network of people that like understand and have been through tough times in business. It's so funny because this is the Founders Club, and I realized that you actually need people that have been running businesses for like 20 years. You know, I'm very aware of what I don't know. I'm very aware that I have a successful beverage company, but I haven't done this before. Like, I don't know what it's like to grow a beverage to $50 million. Like, there are a lot of things that I need to learn. It's normal for things to be rocky. It's normal for there to be ups and downs. I think the process of just not giving up, you know, there's so much stuff on like Instagram of, if it's not serving you, don't do it anymore. It's like, no, that's not actually what you're supposed to do. The whole way that we grow as business leaders is by going through the hard things and not quitting and figuring out a way to not only get through it, but to get through it with integrity and to get through it with a little bit of lightness. And then you'd never get into that same situation again. So I'm just like a 10 times a better leader than I was before I went through all this. I don't think that we can be founders and not go through a dark night of a soul. Like, it's really hard being an entrepreneur. You know, you're creating something out of nothing. There are things that are within your control, and there's so much that's outside of your control. Whatever struggles you're going through is making you a better leader, and it's making you a better person, and it's making you better at business. And so you've just got to get through it. Mistakes and problems like are normal. So many people give up when times get tough, and it's like the people that don't give up and they learn through those times of struggle that really succeed in the end.